Hello and welcome to a very exciting excursion here at Cologne. We're finally able to visit a space that after 3 years, actually it is exactly 3 years.
It is,
since
yes,
we
it
came
is.
here. That we never could visit, and that is actually our cave. So the cellars under the chateau are much older than the chateau. So they're about, what we were told, 700 to 800 years old. And one is a cistern, so it always had very high water in it. And it's the first time for us that we're going to go in there because the water level, because of weeks of no rain, is now so low that we can actually, with rubber boots, get in there and see. We know there are salamanders in there, so we need to get them out, not that they're stranded and can't swim. And what else are we going to do? Oh, we're going to explore, because there is a possibility that there might be a hidden space under that space. So no one has been actually walking in there for, what, 80, 90 years?
Right.
I mean, because it was always used now for a long time as a cistern. So this has been an long time of no one walking in it. So we're going to be the first to go in there again, which is really exciting. So let's go and see what we're going to find. I'm a little scared. Yeah. This is the entrance to one of our caves. Now we have two, we know that because we were told there are two.
Right.
It's not a speculation, that's a historic fact. The second cave has been walled up over 100 years ago, and no one has been in there at all. So
Right, and it's under the kitchen. It's basically on the opposite side of where we are right now.
So we need to find where the entrance is eventually. Maybe when it's a little colder, the air. I mean, it's like doing that in like 100 degrees, 36 or so, whatever, Fahrenheit. No, Celsius, centigrade. Maybe not the best idea. But right now we're going in here. It's actually very nice and cool.
It'll be nice and cool. That's a plus right there.
So, shall we go in?
Okay, let's go.
Oh, good Lord. So this is to save the salamanders, because we have black salamanders. It's really quite beautiful. I think in some areas they're endangered species. So I have seen one day 4 of them in there. So let's see that we can get them in our pond, because they're much safer there than here.
Right.
But also a bit warmer. So we have this very pristine water right now. This will get a bit muggy once we start to step into it. Okay. And seems all pretty stable. It's nice and hot. And what do you know? There's access to upstairs with water.
Oh, really?
There's one salamander over there. Because how are they ever gonna get up?
Okay.
And as long as they are here, I mean, as long as there's water, there's the next one. Just have to be very careful. Don't think they're not fast. Wow. They're fast.
Oh yeah, look at that little one. Okay.
Stop. Yes. So clearly what we can see is that vegetation These are all roots. All of these need to be cut off because those are most probably roots for the
this is
maples.
Yeah, this is roots coming out of the wall right here.
Yes. Wow. So above Stuart, we have this huge ring.
Oh yes.
In the ceiling.
Right here.
That's great. This would be a great event space, wouldn't it?
It would. I mean, the vaulted ceiling in here is just fantastic.
Okay, this is a lead pipe.
Yes.
Bon appetit. Not so
And it's not connected anymore, so.
No. So
This,
here, we have this big opening. Oh my, that's deep.
Right, so now we pretty much know
That's a well.
this is a well, and this is the source of why there is constantly water in this cave.
Yes. I mean, pretty cool. Should I just get what just came off the pipe? Okay, so we have another day. Well, we have another 2 or 3 weeks with incredibly hot temperatures.
Right.
What we need to do is cut all of these off.
Right.
The roots.
Yeah.
And take them out so we can actually see better what we have here, and we can measure the depth.
Right.
Because if this is another well, what we would have to do, it could have been another room, but it looks like a well because it goes straight down. We would have to pump everything out.
Right.
And put
and
wall
build a surround basically
yes.
around here, yes.
So the water can come up, or we can lower a pump into it. But this is groundwater, so this is how high our water level is.
Right.
I wish our hydrangeas would have roots that low, but they don't. It's fantastic.
Wow.
And the windows here, you can see it's really, really, really old. There's a bullseye window. Oh, it's actually an oval. Really gorgeous.
Yeah, and just take a look now, you can really see the depth of what's going on in the stonework here for the foundation of under the chateau.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's amazing.
Nothing rattling here. Wow.
Okay, let's keep looking. Okay, so we've got, this is at the
North
wall, correct. We have these two little, they're niches, right? They're actually...
Yes, we have this side and the other side.
Now I don't know, I'm gonna try to see if how far they go up, if they have little ceilings in them. Do they have a little top? Yes, they do. Little stone ceiling. Yes, with what it looks like is like what, a family of mosquito or something right there.
Well,
okay.
Of course. Yes. So we have seen them in other caves. We don't know right now what they're for, but we'll find out.
But quite fascinating is that, you know, this isn't just, you know, some quick and simple design that was done here. I mean, this is all quite elaborately carved, and, you know, so it's fascinating to know what the origins of what they did in this cave.
Yeah, we learned that, they made wine and cider in this region as well, but it's not a famous cider region. But that would explain the size of of the former orchard that was here.
Right.
Because it was like, I don't know, 20 hectares or so, or 10 hectares. It was huge. And I had no idea that the point over there is another...
Yes, this is it's a niche in the wall. Now, the other two we knew of because they actually have a little bullet window that's accessible to the outside. But we had no idea that there was one here.
It's walled up.
Oh yeah. So that used to be open.
And on the outside, we know, is cement, which has to come down anyway. So once we start dealing with this, we can actually open that back up. And this looks, because it's a real nice slope up there.
Mm-hmm.
So if they did actually make wine in here, that's where they would get the grapes in.
Yep. Yeah, it does sort of look like, similar to like in the States where I've seen people who had coal chutes.
Yes.
It's a way to have something from the outside dumped into the basement and slide down into the lower levels. So that's fascinating.
Can we just have a look at the walls? So what you see here, pretty much up to here, normally is full of water.
Yeah,
between here and here is our
that's
normal
how deep
level.
this has been. Yes.
And so that would be, to give you an idea, no salamanders. But so this is the used to be the water level.
Yep.
Right about here. So it's so funny when we move and there are little waves, ripples, and you hear them hit the stairs. It's great. Oh my God, they look really good.
Yeah, because that lower set of stairs, typically they're covered up, all except for that very top step. They're usually covered up completely in water all the way down.
Okay, should I just try? Oh my.
Well, that wasn't too difficult. But
No.
look at that! Oh,
Give me the hundreds of mosquitoes.
wow!
So there we go.
Okay.
And okay, now I'm really curious if this is easy as well. We have hundreds of snail. Yep.
Yay, good. Wow.
And these are mostly, I think these are the maples that are growing on the outside of the chateau. And this is not helping
No.
the foundations. Okay. One more. Up. Oh God.
Wow.
It's not heavy at all. I don't know how heavy that is, but look how deep that goes.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's proof that root systems do not need soil.
no, not necessarily.
No.
Let me put that on here as well. That's wood. Plenty of really, really old wood in here. Okay. I'm actually quite happy to have those roots gone.
Yeah.
So it has no bottom inside.
Uh-huh.
That's deep. Yeah, once the leaves are gone, a little re-render and this is going to look amazing. Now, we don't have any idea what we're going to do with this space in the future, but we know that these caves were from the first settlements that we know of 12th century. So that's where we were told that this was all built in the 12th and 13th century. That's quite remarkable. You have a good idea of what to do here?
No, and the most fascinating thing is now we know definitely there is a well in here. And that was the most important thing.
Yes.
Is that if we do want to do something with the space, we can get the rest of the water out of here by containing the well.
Yes. That's really cool. And with as hot as it can get here in the summers, to have not one but two functioning wells is actually very advantageous.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. Well, it's a new day and we're going back in because there are two things we needed to do or we want to do. And one very important thing is we took a lead pipe and stuck it into this shaft that's there. And I don't know, it's 5 feet long or 1 meter 50. So, and it just could have just dropped it in, it would have gone lost. So we are actually taking a weight, putting a weight on our 50-meter long, that's 150 feet long tape measure to see how far down that goes. And we're going to attach it with a, I don't know, carabiner or whatever we have, so we can actually secure it to the end. So we know how deep that shaft is. And that's really fascinating. But we're also going to put a camera, and we cannot promise you that you will see.
No, we're
much.
going to attempt to. I have a fairly long endoscope camera, and we're going to attempt to see what we can see. It may be nothing, but we're going to try it anyway.
Absolutely, and if it's murky, we're going to show you anyway.
That's right.
Let's go back in. So this is a weight, has lead in it too, iron, but with lead for fine tuning. This is from the Chateau that was left here. And in order to get this all the way to the bottom, well, if it's more than 50 meters, it won't go, but that would be really scary. Anyway,
would be scary, yeah.
So let's see. Of course, we have this here, so we can actually, yep,
That should work.
okay, that's really cool. You have the endoscope camera already.
It's ready to go.
Was actually, yeah, so that's ready to go. So let's put on the boots and go back in.
Okay.
Okay, going in. Oh my God. Hundreds of flies. So I'm going to put this down here, Stuart.
Okay.
For the minute.
Yes, we'll come
and
back
then,
to that.
yes, so let's get you. Oh, this has a lot of gunk on it. The step, be careful, don't trip. Okay, I'm gonna stay here so the water stays as clean or clear as it can.
Okay, clear. Now, we're going to find out that it maybe needs weight on it too. I don't know.
I'll just drop it. We'll see. Okay. Okay. You are in business.
Well,
Yes.
I see just a lot of stone wall.
So it's a stone, so it's a shaft.
It is a shaft that's covered, just like it is here at the top.
Yes.
All the way down, the camera can see it is pretty much just the stone walls.
And it's all four sides?
Let's see, I don't know if I can get it to actually.
These seem to be bigger stones, so than we have in the well on the other side.
The light's actually picking up. It looked like it might have gotten. It may not be that it's murky down there, but there may be other sort of grasses or something.
Oh, other roots?
Yeah, because now all of a sudden it cleared up. I may have headed down like in some roots or something that's down there. Yeah, there's other roots that are going across the shaft.
It's very interesting.
Oh, yeah, there's quite a few. Okay.
You wonder where they come from because there are no trees anywhere close.
I know. Trying Okay. Don't think we're going to get into too much more than that.
Okay.
But that's something, and you actually can. It actually did show quite a bit, so
Okay.
that's great.
Okay, shall we go in?
Okay.
Let's see. I hope it doesn't get stuck on anything. Okay. That is. You know, it would help if I have glasses on, but I don't. That is only 2.50 meters.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. 2.50 meters, but I think it goes further that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we also don't quite know if any debris fell in there or right, you know,
Sediment.
so correct.
But so we know, in order to use this as a water source for the gardens, and look, there's roots. But there is quite a bit of water in there. So 2.50 meters is not a heck of a lot, but since that fills, when the groundwater is high, it fills this with thousands of liters of water. So there might actually be a good flow in there, so that is actually quite good to have.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we only need someone to tell us what these were for.
Exactly.
So leave us some, if you know what this is or have a good guess, please let us know in the comments, because this is something we have on both sides. One is
Right.
lower, one is higher. Sorry, I'm just blinding everyone. Not with beauty, but it's really interesting. And since this goes here quite a bit in, and this is cut out, so. And it was not windows, I mean, that's for sure, but we have no idea what that was for. This was put in much later, but that would be really cool to know what that is for.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.